In a characteristically grandiose act of self-promotion, Fernando Alonso defended his driving style in public while defending his position from George Russell on the penultimate lap of the Formula One Australian Grand Prix. However, it merely hinted at the complete picture of what actually transpired during the altercation that resulted in Russell collapsing and Alonso receiving a 20-second warning. The only aspect of Alonso's logic that holds up to inspection is his assertion that he was attempting to make the best exit out of Turn 6. Welcome to F1 Opinion. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for more updates. He was fighting a faster vehicle in a close race and was aware that Russell's best opportunity to pass him on the last lap would come with DRS enabled on the twisting, flat-out stretch between Turn 6 and 9. Alonso would have hoped to undermine Russell enough at Turn 6 by purposefully slowing down, so as to obstruct what he probably knew would have been an easy overtake. Even if Russell wouldn't go as far as he did in his remarks to the media, from the standpoint of Russell's Mercedes, Alonso's driving would have been equivalent to a braking test. Russell, who was trailing the Aston Martin by just half of a second, called Alonso's maneuver erratic during the Stewards hearing. He explained that it caught him off guard and caused the gap between the two cars to close unusually quickly, which resulted in a sudden loss of downforce entering the corner and causing him to crash. In public, Russell believed that the only possible explanation for Alonso's actions would have been a true technical issue or failure. While Alonso was having trouble with derates from his car's energy recovery system, that doesn't entirely explain the particular decision he made in this particular situation. Following the hearing, Aston Martin postponed indefinitely its scheduled post-race media session with team principal Mike Crack. As a result, the team's official statement regarding this event is that it was surprised by the Stewards' decision, as stated in the post-race press release. Alonso claimed in another section of the same statement that the punishment he received was disappointing, and that what he had done was hard but fair racing, what any racing driver would do, and most definitely nothing risky. Later on, Alonso used social media to defend his driving even more vehemently and in-depthly. He implied that the stewards of Formula One had no right to question his driving, asserted that Russell's crash was the only reason the incident was looked into at all, and compared the incident to his previous epic defensive drives, saying that this kind of behavior is part of the art of motorsport. The main issue here is that Alonso's public explanation of his actions leaves out an important detail that he did acknowledge to the stewards. He committed an error, which is extremely unusual for him. According to the stewards' ruling, they observed telemetry showing that Alonso decelerated more than 100 meters ahead of any other point in the race as they approached Turn 6. Additionally, he downshifted gears at a period when he rarely did so and braked when he normally wouldn't have. The stewards declared Alonso then made another shift and picked up speed in the direction of the bend, letting up of the throttle once again. Alonso told the stewards that although he usually planned to slow down earlier and more than usual for this turn, he got it slightly wrong and had to take extra steps to get back up to speed in order to maximize his exit. The act of purposefully slowing down and then speeding up again as you approach a high-speed corner is something you'd expect to see during a safety car period or a formation lap, not the last lap of a Grand Prix. This is the point that completely undermines Alonso's defense of his actions. Racing etiquette requires that it is somewhat wicked, but part of what Alonso refers to as the art of motorsport, to check up a rival by traveling extra slowly around a crucial turn or portion of a track in order to delay them. Even if you believe that Alonso had the best of intentions and wasn't even attempting to unfairly influence Russell's race, he at the very least made a grave error in judgment, more suited for a rank amateur with no prior F1 experience than a two-time champion and one of the greatest drivers of his generation. The stewards made it quite clear that Alonso was free to change how he approached this corner and that he was not liable for any unclean air that might have harmed Russell's Mercedes. However, they also made it abundantly evident that Alonso made the decision to do something that was extraordinary, whatever the reason for doing so may have been. The ruling described Alonso's actions as lifting, braking, downshifting, and all the other elements of the maneuver over 100 meters earlier than previously, far more than was necessary to merely slow down a little earlier than usual for the turn. Alonso may have been being cheeky, vicious, or hard but fair if he had played around with his lines, braking points, or throttle inputs to a lesser extent. He did more than that, and the stewards believed that he went too far in doing so. Therefore, Alonso is blatantly incorrect to attempt to brush this incident under the rug and mix it up with some of his greatest races from the past. Given the high-speed nature of that section of the track, the stewards came to the conclusion that Alonso's actions in Melbourne were, at the very least, potentially dangerous. What are your thoughts? Let us know in the comment down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for new upcoming videos of Formula One. Thanks for watching.